That is Tim McGraw and Southern Voice on WEZL.
Hey, he's going to be in a movie with Sandy Bullock.
Yes, he is. Lucky
Tim
man.
McGraw.
Lucky man.
And he's got a big part in that movie.
Yeah, he's
like
main. He's actually a good actor. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's done very well with that. Tim McGraw has a movie called Blindside, chance to win tickets for an exclusive private screening up in Somerville on the 21st.
That's right.
Tell you more about that tomorrow morning with the Weasel Morning Crew Morning Mystery Old. That's it. Hey, don't forget, too, we got some golf coming up.
Yes. Golfing on the green.
The 24th, which is the Tuesday before Thanksgiving.
That's correct.
We're going to be doing it out at Westcott Plantation. 24, what is it, $25?
$25.
You can play around the golf. $25. You can play around the golf at Westcott.
And not only is that a great price, but when you do play, you're going to be able to get a bunch of coupons from hole sponsors.
All of our sponsors, and I understand they're going to have one for each hole, will provide you with a gift certificate or a refund certificate.
That's right.
That will make your shopping a whole lot quicker and easier for the holidays.
It's the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, and I think I already have 3 or 4 teams that are going to get involved with this because a team of 4 can play for $100 at Westcott Plantation.
Good day for you. And I tell you what, sign up online right now, WEZL.com. Keyword is Westcott. Westcott. Either one of you guys have any idea what the distance is to walk the Cooper or the Ravenel Bridge, the Causeway?
I'm thinking it's 2 miles, 2 point something.
Yeah, that sounds right to me.
2 point something. That's from end to end, one way. Okay. Because we walked it yesterday.
Did you?
Judy and I went out and walked it yesterday. Well, we walked in the park yesterday morning. We went over to Palmetto Islands and did that whole circuit yesterday morning with the dog. And then
that's always fun to do, man.
Oh, I love that. It's just my favorite place in the world to go over there and just disappear in the woods, you know?
Yep.
Is that your first time walking the bridge?
The entire bridge. We walked all the way from the traffic light here at Patriots Point to the old cigar factory.
Down on East Bay Street.
And then back.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That is the complete distance of the bridge.
And I just wasn't sure how far that was because it got marks all over, like 8K and 9K. I said, well, this isn't right. These things aren't right. 1.5 miles, 2 miles, whatever. I mean, I just couldn't tell exactly how far it was. My butt told me it was a little further than I'm used to.
I'm thinking you probably walked 5 miles.
Yeah. Which is about a mile more than I normally do at the gym, but it's not all. It seems like you're always uphill.
Yeah.
Actually, I think what hurt more than uphill was the downhill.
Really? Trying to stop yourself?
Yeah, I think that just because you're walking heavier and, you get to a point where it's like, God. Yeah. But that was, I'd read in the newspaper a couple of editorials from people who apparently walk the bridge on a regular basis, complaining about people who do not make room for folks coming the other way. And I saw exactly what they were talking about yesterday.
Well, it's not a left-right thing?
Well, it's kind of, you've got a walk path and you've got a bike path.
Yeah.
And there's room in each one of those for two-way traffic.
The only time it gets kind of hairy is when you get up around the very top where you have to go around those.
I'm just saying people don't get out of the way. They get out there walking with each other. And the middle-aged women yesterday were in my survey of people who refused to move.
Middle-aged women.
Middle-aged white women are the least interested in giving you space to go across the bridge.
Well, do they have a lot of space to give?
Not well. Some of them didn't have a whole lot of space to give up. But I mean, the idea is if you're coming up on somebody, you get behind the person you're walking with, and that way you've got two-way traffic. But they don't do that. They'll stand there 2, 3, 4 abreast. Across. And you either have to get out in the bicycle lane, or they're already out in the bicycle lane.
Yeah.
Or you just have to lean up, mash yourself against the rail there as hard as you can so you don't get run over by a bunch of yakking. And the older they were, the less likely they were to even notice that you were in front of them.
Is there bridge walking etiquette?
Yeah. You should get behind. You should line up.
Is it posted or?
And just, when we
it's
walk,
common courtesy.
It is posted on the lanes. I mean, it'll tell you which is the walking lane and which is the bike lane every so often, on the sidewalk itself. But I did find out the bridge is 2.4 miles, The walking part of the bridge is 2.4 miles.
Well, out of the 4.8 miles that we walked in on that bridge yesterday, there was only one or two groups that we ran into that actually would line up and let you walk. The rest of them they ignore you. They'll run over you. They don't even lean in to try to miss you. If you don't get out of the way, they will hit you.
Are these the people that are walking fast?
These are the people that are just walking.
Okay.
These are people that are just walking. So I understand what people were saying. Never really quite understood the problem. I said, it's big enough. They ought to be able to walk and get along. But when they don't budge.
Yeah, you have to move.
You have to do. There's just no. And people will stop and stand there, and they'll be changing diapers in the middle of the walk and taking. It's like, come on, walk. You're up here to walk.
Can you say something to them? Are you allowed to say, excuse me?
My wife wouldn't let me.
Really?
No, my wife wouldn't let me.
It's not like you would have been rude or anything.
Oh, by the time we got to the top and started down the other side yesterday, I was ready to be rude to some women. And I say women because they were mainly the only ones out there. There were a couple of guys that were walking, but for the most part, it was women. So I'm just saying, when you go for a walk on the bridge, it's not a casual stroll, a time for you to have deep philosophical conversations that can't be interrupted. It's a time to walk.
Well,
so when somebody else is coming, get out of the way. Get behind each other. So you got two-way traffic going up on the bridge. It's that simple.
Did you have your shirt off?
Did
you pull your shirt off? Because
I started to rip it off there. I almost hulked out there at one point.
I thought there was a rule where, regardless of how you look, you have to take your shirt off on the bridge if you're a guy.
No, I didn't take the shirt off.
Because every time I go by, nobody has their shirt on.
And most of them should.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a large chunk of them should, yes.
And I probably will never do it again.
Really?
Because of the experience? Maybe you shouldn't go on a Sunday.
No, it wasn't that busy. It was just the people that were there were absolutely oblivious to anybody else being on the bridge. It was just rude. And it was noisy. The noisiest walk I think I've ever had.
Because of the cars?
What time of the day was it?
4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, see, I don't never go that late. It's always early in the morning.
We wanted to catch the sunset,
Yeah, I got you.
But it was just an interesting. It's an incredibly beautiful walk.
It really is.
But it's work.
Is.
You got to work to try not to get run over by a bunch of people out there. Either that or go before sunup. I think next time I'll just go before sunup.
Catch the sunrise.
In fact, that's what we all three ought to start doing. Meeting here.
What time?
About, I don't know what time. 2:30.
Okay.
2:45.
All right.
And we'll walk the bridge. Take us about an hour and a half.
Well, we'd have to get here earlier than that because I got stuff I got to do.
All right then.
Why don't we get here at 1:30?
No, let's be realistic. Rick's not going to be here at 1:30.
Yeah, that's just crazy talk.
2:30 he might.
Realistic, I'm not going to be here at 1:30.
I'll meet y'all here at 2:30. Y'all want to do it tomorrow morning?
Okay.
7:38.
TJ.
I told you, I've done it for the last time. Y'all go ahead.
About your next boat, look at